hear ye? Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Rio de Janeiro for today's daily challenge. Double traffic lights, but half speed on bridges. Interesting. Speed limit being reduced on bridges isn't going to be a big deal in Rio, I don't think. Hopefully. Spotify, you're too loud. You're just a little bit too loud. There you go. That should be better. Would help if I spoke directly into the microphone after all. Samurai Sam is here. Sam, of course, was first. Pretty sure he never took any traffic lights. Sometimes you just don't. Hi, Nora. Hello. Good morning. Would you like to say hello to the internet? Is a good kitty cat. You're a very good cat. Do you know that? Oh, you did not squeak at the time. I hugged you and you were supposed to squeak. No? All right, fine. Away you go. No, you can't be half on my shoulder. All right, there you go. Off she goes. She's a good cat. So, here's a potentially debilitating injury for the stream. I use this program called Widget for Spotify as a widget for Spotify. You may have seen it before. It's that thing that just popped into the bottom left corner. Let's take another tunnel, because we're definitely going to need tunnels. So I have this program called Widget for Spotify, right? And I can toggle the dark mode and that sort of thing, and I can change, how it looks, change the size of the text or the color of the bar around it, that sort of thing, right? Well, ordinarily, the way we start our streams is I just, I open this program and it connects to Spotify and it shows up in the bottom left corner with what the track is and that sort of thing. So I hit this lovely connect to Spotify button and it's supposed to open a window that connects to Spotify's API, and it just didn't today. Spotify is working, clearly, as you can see, but the program, the widget, has decided, actually, I don't feel like connecting to Spotify today. The token's not there. I can't do it. So I went to, the widget is helpful enough to link to its creator's Twitter. The creator hasn't tweeted since 2021. So I don't think you'll get much joy out of reporting, hey dude, the widget's broken. And of course the program is called Widget for Spotify. So if you try to Google widget for Spotify, you find lots of widgets for Spotify. There probably is another widget. This is probably not the end of the stream or anything. But it might be the end of this program, which I have used for a very long time. It is a good little piece of software that just, up until now, kinda worked. It no longer just kinda works. I can also Google search in quotes. This is a true fact. Okay, let's see here. I've got red guys here, I've got blue guys here. We gotta get these blues down to here. This tree is dead. This tree is not long for this world. I'm sorry to that tree. We're going to separate these. Having done that, I don't think I needed to kill that tree, actually. But we're going to have a tunnel here. These 3 blues are going to go this way. These 2 blues are going to go here. Unfortunately, I don't see so simple an answer for the reds. Because we need to get out here. I need another tunnel to One Business, One Road this, and I don't presently have one. So in the absence of another tunnel, we're just going to do this. We're going to have 4 houses, 2 business, 1 road. That's not ideal, especially given that one of these is a circle now. One of these being a circle now just, sucks. So that's great. Although, I tell you, if another red wanted to spawn up here, I would not be opposed to that. If another red wanted to spawn up here, I could, tunnel the blues down this way, get the reds going out here. But I don't want to do that with... All right, give me a motorway. That's going to be helpful. This blue guy is present. It's about all that can be said for it. Swing you down this way. That'll be fine. The presence of that blue guy actually complicates the red nonsense, but the red nonsense was already pretty complicated on its own. We've got these 4 here. I can't really get this one here without tunneling this, and I don't have another tunnel, so... Oh, even more blue bullshit, you say? Even more blue bullshit. Okay. We can do even more blue bullshit. That's fine. Here. Let's do even more blue bullshit. These trees will stick around for the moment, but they are certainly not long for this world. Don't draw a wiggly line, Goog. Am I out of road? I'm out of road. Huh. I didn't intend to be out of road, but it appears as though I am out of road. All right, we're going to keep this road. I know that. I think we're going to do this, and then we're going to do up here, keep this road. So give me that back, and you can have this. And now you 3 want to come here, and I only have 2 road tiles, so you're going to have to wait until the weekend. That's fine. You'll be okay. I hope. Donnez-moi 30 road tiles. Brilliant. You come down like this. So these 3 blues go to this. These 2 go over here. These 2 go over here. And that's all going to be fine. Now we still have this red situation, which is a big fucking problem. But there's very little I can do about that at the moment. Samurai Sam wants to remember Jacoby Ellsbury. Jacoby Ellsbury was fun when he wasn't terrible, but he was rarely terrible with the Red Sox, so that's nice. He was... Oh, boy. Let's see here. Well, I guess we're going to have to build a little... We're going to have to build a little dent into our blue roads right here. Because you're going to have to go up so that you can go up. So that you 2 can exist. And then you can hop motorway number 1 due east into that red business. That is not the worst thing that ever happened, actually. So you 3 come over to here. I could ask you 3 to support these 2 businesses. Is that better than asking these 4 to support these 2? It would get me a tunnel back, which I kind of need. Kind of need badly, actually. You go out that away. You go out that away. Sorry, tree. This green comes down here. Hopefully its green friend spawns into its north. It didn't, but that's okay. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. Okay. So Jacoby Ellsbury was... This is a denty map. It's true. It's a very denty map. Here, give me another tunnel. It makes beef stew. It's denty map. No, wait. That's different. You come... Oh, you can't quite cut that corner perfectly, can you? That's a shame. All right. Well, you then will... Here. Let's just do that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. And these 2 yellows will swing up this way into this business. Everything's gonna be fine. Man, Jacoby Ellsbury was fun. He was a slap-hitting speedster outfielder who one time randomly hit like 40 home runs in a season and turned into an MVP candidate. Did he win the 2011 MVP or just come really close? I don't think he won it. But 2007 through like 2010, he was a slap-hitting center fielder who had just the noodliest noodle arm you ever saw. He was Johnny Damon minus power with even less arm strength, which, listen, that's a choice. If you're building a baseball player, start with Johnny Damon and say, I like it, but his arm's a little too strong. Because, oh boy, Johnny Damon could not fucking throw. Jacoby Ellsbury, bless his left-handed soul, could not fucking throw. For his life, the man could not throw. Oh, he was runner-up to Verlander. Okay, well, I'm sure Justin Verlander had a great season in 2011. We are not here to relitigate the 2011 American League MVP debate. Point is, from 2007 through 2010, he was a nice slap-hitting speedster center fielder. The kind of guy who a bad manager bats leadoff because the fastest guy should hit leadoff, and sometimes he hit for enough batting average and got on base enough that it was worth hitting him leadoff, because after all, he did steal a fuck ton of bases and he was very fast, and it was good and fun to watch him run. And then in 2011, he hit like 40 home runs and turned into one of the best hitters in baseball and got himself a massive fucking contract with the New York Yankees. There's also, the small matter that he was injured for, I think he was injured for almost all of 2006 and also almost all of 2012. And also everyone just kind of looked around at his 2011 season like, wait, is that real? I know he's like doing it, but is that real? Is that real? And nobody could quite decide if it was real or if he was just doing it. And listen, if you're doing it, it doesn't matter if it's real, as long as you keep doing it. But, yeah. I mean, listen, very many things would have been different if the 2011 Red Sox didn't collapse and miss the fucking playoffs. The 2011 Red Sox took years off of people's lives and careers. It was not good times in the fall of 2011, I'll tell you that much. All right, this red should probably point north to deal with, some of this bullshit. We still have 5 houses here supporting 2 businesses, which seems suboptimal. Yeah, that was... Listen, the getting was good for the 2011 Red Sox. It was, for those guys, listen, they were at the end of their careers. It was time. And also, everybody got the fuck out of Dodge because the getting, as they say, was good. Or in some cases, the being shoved out the door and slammed in the newspapers on your way out was good. Sorry, Terry Francona. But, how dare people enjoy food during baseball games or something? Let's take ourselves... I can get away with taking another motorway. We'll take another motorway here. I'm going to do this as well. Get these 3 going here. These 3 go out that way. I've got 15 spare road tiles and very little idea what I want to do with them. You know what I could do? And what I kind of want to do is have these 5 blues here that aren't really doing much of anything. I kind of want them to wind up supporting this circle. So we're just going to kill this road as a nifty little tack-on effect here. This square is going to become the best supported square in the history of squares, which is nice. It's always good to see friends supporting their dorky friends. So you come down here, and you're going to come out this way. And I don't quite have the road to do this right now, but I'm going to get a whole bunch of road back just as soon as this blue figures itself out. And it's going to give me another tunnel, which is great. I love that for me. Here's a whole bunch of road tiles. Here's a whole bunch of blue guys going down to this blue business. That's going to be fine. You've gone circular, which I don't love, but it's going to be fine. You've got 6 greenhouses going to you. You should be okay. Oh! Problems. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do that to me? Neither of these things are acceptable to have been done to me. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Here. We're going to draw a tiny little bridge here. I understand that this is going to be half speed limited, but it's going to be fine, I think. Meanwhile, down in the south end of that plaza, we're going to have motorway number 2. Motorways exist. Here. Hook out. Thank you. Do that. Do exactly that. Great. You can go that away. You know what? Why don't you go that away? We've got so much green going out here. It's going to be fine. Here. You do that. Okay. This blue can point west and support that circle. Give me... I suppose I should take another bridge. I have a motorway, though. Yeah, I'm going to take a tunnel. Like, at some point, we're going to have shit to deal with over here, and that's going to be annoying. But it's going to be fine. All of this is going to be fine. True fact about Jacoby Ellsbury. Taco Bell, you may have heard of them. They're a fast food restaurant in and around the United States of America. I don't remember if this was the first year they've done this, but these days, Taco Bell does a promotion where every year during the World Series, if someone steals a base, the catchphrase is, steal a base, steal a taco. After someone steals a base in the World Series, Taco Bell gives everyone in America a free taco. They get, one of whatever new stupid taco Taco Bell is doing. And either very early in this promotion or the first time it existed, I don't remember if this was the first time or not, but very early in this promotion, the 2007 World Series happened, and Jacoby Ellsbury stole a base. Because, listen, we've already previously discussed this. He was a very fast man. He ran good. That was basically his primary skill. And so, Jacoby Ellsbury, having stolen a base, gave everyone in America a free taco and earned himself the nickname Tacoby Bellsbury. And when I say earned himself the nickname, I mean a few people called him that, and I thought it was cute, and I used it as my username on the Sons of Sam Horn forums. And if you are not a Boston Red Sox fan, you do not know what the fuck the Sons of Sam Horn forums are, and I envy you. They are a cesspool. But also, there was a time in my life where I was a frequent observer of the Sons of Sam Horn, which was basically a place on the internet where toxic Red Sox fans went to be toxic Red Sox fans. And listen, I suppose if toxic Red Sox fans are going to exist, it is good that they have a place to be that. But also, Alright, this light blue is now a circle, which means that it wants more support than it's currently getting, which is fair. That's a reasonable expectation. Let's take these 4 and swing them down this way. That should be fine and good. Sam used to creep around the nomos.org Yankee forums and enjoy watching their... That's one of the great benefits. And listen, I'm sure this place still exists. I talk about it like it's dead. I'm sure it still exists. It might be a Discord now, but it probably still exists. The Sons of Sam Horn message board. It probably still exists. Yeah, we're going to take... Actually, yeah, we're just going to repurpose this guy to go down here, and we're going to have you 3... Why don't you 3 come out like so? Bing, bang, boom right there. And now this one is wholly unsupported until we come down like so. So these 2 come down here. These 3 over here support that. These 5 up this way take care of this. Okay. Meanwhile, we have finally separated our reds, which is good. Laundry day was getting very expensive. You can swing out this way. So we've got 7 going to this circle. We've got... You need to come down that way, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? We've got 6 going to this circle, so both of our circles are fine. This blue circle, unfortunately, has only 3, which is less than you want, ideally. You want more than that in a perfect world. I'm going to take this one and swing it like so to at least put a 4th up there, but it's still problem times, most likely. Speaking of problem times, most likely, that's the name of a song by like Casey and the Sunshine Band, right? You know, problem times, most likely. That's bad. Do 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 do. Oh no! Do 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 do. No, nobody. Not too bad. I thought it was funny. It's the title of the episode. All right. Let's see here. We've got another situation, and that other situation is the existence of this yellow guy. Hey, can I get a bridge? That'd be nice. Well-timed bridge. Give me that. So, having come into possession of a bridge, what I'm going to do is once again accept the fact that bridges are slow. We're just going to live with it. You're going to come up here. You're going to come straight out this way. And these 3 houses right here are going to support this yellow business. What do you mean no? What do you mean no, Sam? I could make the bridge smaller than that? How do I make the bridge smaller than what it was? Yeah, minimal bridge length. Okay, so what, we come up here? I guess we come up here, and that makes it... Is that even shorter? Is that even shorter? There's still like 3 tiles here. That's probably fine. Here. You go that way. We do want to minimize bridge length. I can't make a 2-tile bridge. If I had to make a 2-tile bridge, I would have to go all the way out here, which would defeat the purpose. That would definitely still be longer. Okay. The good news is I'm getting a fuckload of yellow guys. Just an absolute dump truck full of yellow right now. Here. We're going to move motorway number 2 to come. We're actually not going to move motorway number 2 just yet. First, we're going to create this so that these 3 are now the backup ancillary guys for you. There. 8 yellows support 9 yellows support this circle. That should be plenty of yellows. All right, you go down that way. This is... How many fucking greens is this? Is this 10 greens? This is 10 greens supporting this circle. So that should be fine. You over here are a blue supported by 1, 2, 3, 7 blues. We've got 4 going out here. You just came into existence, which is very nice. I approve of that highly. You know what? Actually, I think we're going to give you a little bit more support. Samurai Sam wants to hear a true fact about professional wrestling, and I'm going to share a true fact that has been creating a little tiny bit of buzz in the Pro-Graps meads, as no one says, but I'm going to pretend people say, in the pro wrestling media over the weekend. Yeah, we're going to draw these 4 blue guys over here to motorway number 4. So, here's a true fact about professional wrestling, and this involves a little bit of a story. The basic model of live event professional wrestling for roughly ever. Here, give me 4 traffic lights. I'll take traffic lights for the first time today. Actually, do I take traffic? I'll take a bridge. If I need traffic lights, I can fake it with a roundabout. I can't fake a bridge with anything I currently have. Speaking of faking things with things I currently have, I need to get green guys way the fuck over here, which I can't presently do. So, you know that's bad. Here, we're gonna have this blue guy come down, support this business. That's gonna have to be fine. I think, you go over that way, by the way. I think what we're gonna have to do, unfortunately, is slap a roundabout right here about and have all of these greens make a decision as to which oh crap. Oh, crap. I put the roundabout in place, and now then I wanted to move the roundabout, and oh, boy. Oh, buddy. Oh, problem pain, friends. Okay, give me the roundabout back. Give me the thank you. Okay, we're going to do a better one this time. We're going to do a better roundabout. You're going to come in here. You're going to go south. You're going to go west. Now I've flooded the roads with 1,000 dudes. Mother of fuck. Everything's fine. Everybody go. Everybody go. You're okay. You're okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna calm down. Okay, so here's how professional wrestling like historically works, right? You work for a wrestling company in, say, Amarillo, Texas. And people who live in Texas, I apologize in advance. I'm going to butcher your local geography. You work for a wrestling company whose headquarters is in Amarillo, Texas, and you typically run shows in like the Amarillo Sporting Arena or whatever. And on Tuesday night, you wrestle in Amarillo, and then after the show on Tuesday, you drive from Amarillo to El Paso. And then you drive overnight Tuesday from Amarillo to El Paso. And then Wednesday night, you have a show in El Paso. And then Wednesday night, you drive overnight from El Paso to, I don't know, San Antonio. And then, Thursday night, you have a show in San Antonio. And Thursday night, after the show in San Antonio, you drive overnight from San Antonio to Houston. Again, I'm butchering Texan geography. Pay no attention here. Give me another roundabout because I don't need a fourth tunnel. Let's be honest with ourselves. And all of this driving and all of these like staying in places is paid for by the wrestlers because on paper and for the most part truly, especially in the olden days, professional wrestlers are independent contractors. They're not actually employees of the wrestling companies for which they work. They are, in theory, no different from electricians or plumbers who ply their trade as professional wrestlers for whoever will hire them. Now, for certain wrestling companies whose names start with WW and end with E, this is a load of absolute horse shit. But it's the way wrestling has always worked. So you drive from town to town and you put yourself up in a hotel. So you're driving your car or you're renting a car. You're putting yourself up in a hotel. The company pays for none of this, right? And listen, if you're a small, local, independent wrestling company, you really, truly, legitimately probably can't afford to fly everybody all over the place and, put everyone up in hotels every time they wrestle for you, that sort of thing. We got a problem, by the way. One of the problems is this yellow business, which actually isn't a problem. I'm just going to do a tunnel. We're going to do a tunnel right here. It's going to be okay. A bridge might take up fewer tiles, but it would actually be slower because bridges are slow. So we're going to take these two yellow guys, and I'm actually going to steal this third yellow guy. So these three yellow guys are going to support this yellow business. It's going to be fine. We've got another problem. It's this green business. This green business is a little more fucky. Just a little. I need to find somewhere a handful of green guys I can just have. And I think I found right over here a handful of green guys, which I can just have. So I'm going to draw motorway number 5, way the fuck down here. Motorways can't go over mountains, so let's ignore the fact that we're definitely going over a mountain right here. And we're going to have these 3 houses right here support this business down here. And it's going to be fine. So back in the day, like, if you ever hear wrestlers talk about making towns, what they're saying is, like, we've got to get to the next town, right? We've got to get to the next town so we can do the next show so we can get paid. And for a local wrestling business model where profit margins are thin and also it's like the 1970s and people don't care about people, that kind of works. Fast forward to 2023, okay? And let's ramp things up. Let's say you work for WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, the largest professional wrestling organization in the history of the world. Okay? And let's say you're in Massachusetts. Here's how WWE works. Monday night, you do Raw in Boston. And after the show in Boston, you drive from Boston to Worcester. And on Tuesday night, you have a house show in Worcester. And then after the show in Worcester, you drive yourself in your car, which you pay for, from Worcester to, say, Albany, New York. And then on Wednesday night, you do a show in Albany, New York. And after the show in Albany, you drive yourself from Albany to, say, Rochester, right? You have these 3-4 hour drives after shows. It's exactly the same thing. The house show loop is largely unchanged from like the fucking 70s. WWE does not pay travel, does not pay lodging, does not cover meals on the road. It does not do any of that shit. A funny thing, in fact. Is this green just dead? Can we keep you supported at all, buddy? We need like a constant influx of new green dudes over here, which we sort of don't have at the moment. I'm more than a lot concerned, actually. Let's try to fix this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these 3 red guys over to here to serve this business and kill motorway number 1. If I successfully kill motorway number 1, I can steal some green guys from somewhere. However, we might not survive that long. So, listen, just survive that long, okay, buddy? Please, would you? You're not gonna, are you? Yeah, no, you didn't. You definitely didn't. 2,573 commuters. Okay, that seems like a bad. Yeah, there's the Samurai Slam. There's the, top 10%, which is good, but 3376 from Sam. Okay. Good job, Sam. Every once in a while we beat Sam. It's a great and glorious day when we do, and today is not that day. Okay. Hey, Wordle, why don't you just zoom in a little tiny bit? There you go. Good job. So, we've been talking a lot about roads. We're going to start with roads on our Wordle today. So here's a true fact. Anytime a WWE superstar has like a promotional interview, there's a very famous clip, well, famous among wrestling Twitter people, of Bayley on a talk show. And Bayley is like one of the top women stars in WWE, or rather she used to be before they completely fucked her up and now she doesn't matter, but WWE. Bayley's one of the top women stars in the company, and she was doing a promotional hit just on some Fox TV show because this was when SmackDown was moving to Fox. And the interviewer does not know wrestling at all. And Bayley is a pro wrestler. She's in the world. She knows the life. So she's just talking about, the interviewer asks her what's the hardest part of being a wrestler. And the interviewer is expecting like, oh, it hurts when I fall, or, sometimes we get punched for real and that sucks. No, Bayley answers honestly, because the hardest thing for a fucking wrestler is not the fucking wrestling, it's the fucking travel. So she's telling like a very, what is for the wrestling business, very typical story of like, well, after our show in Albany, we've got to, shower, get dressed, pile into the car, and there's 3 or 4 wrestlers in a car because we all want to save some money, and we're driving to like a Motel 6 in Utica. And the interviewer stops her and is just shocked and flabbergasted. Wait, they don't pay for your travel? They don't fly you? You're a big time superstar and you're Exactly. WWE positions these people as big time high powered superstars, right? Exactly. It's like a European hearing about the American healthcare system. A person who knows professional American sport hears a WWE superstar who WWE sells to people as being on the level of a big-time professional sports star. A WWE superstar says, no, I don't get private airfare. Me and 3 other top WWE superstars pile into a Honda Civic, which we rented because it was the cheapest car, and drive to a Motel 6, to which we drive because it is the cheapest hotel. True fact about professional fucking wrestling. 1, the reason these big pro sports stars have this fancy travel is that big pro sports stars have unions. But also, true fact about professional wrestling, AEW covers travel. AEW puts people up in 3 or 4 star hotels. AEW flies people fucking places. I'm guessing Sam, any workers can unionize. Here's a second bonus true fact about professional wrestling. One time, the night before WrestleMania, Jesse Ventura had pretty much the entire WWF locker room ready to hold Vince McMahon's show hostage if he didn't recognize them as a union, and then Hulk Hogan ratted them out. That's a true fact about professional wrestling. Hulk Hogan's a fucking union buster. Yeah. We don't often talk about the cruddy labor conditions, but yeah, there's some pretty fucking cruddy labor conditions. And listen, I am not here to say that all elite wrestling is perfect in this regard. By no means. Tony Khan is a billionaire because he is the son of a billionaire, and even though I personally enjoy his wrestling product and find him an entertaining Twitter follow, he's still a billionaire who's the son of a billionaire. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, there are independent contractors jobs that have unions. Plumbers, I see ads on TV for the local plumbers union or that sort of thing. You can absolutely unionize if you're an independent contractor. What would have to happen is you would need a large chunk of the locker room to be behind this effort, because historically speaking, whenever 1 or 2 people start saying the U word, 1 or 2 people stop being on TV. Historically speaking. Sometimes, and I'm not going to name names here, certainly not going to name names here. Let's create a fictional hypothetical wrestler named Melina Mega. Sometimes, a mildly popular wrestler named Melina Mega gets herself fired because the wrestling company she works for just fires people for no reason. Goes on Twitter and says the U word a lot, gets a lot of people behind her cause, creates a big, groundswell of audience support behind her, and then takes a reasonable bump in pay from the company that fired her and still doesn't use unions, and suddenly stops saying the U word. Sometime this hypothetical wrestler named Melina Mega does that. Sometimes. Anyway, so there's an O and an E in this word. Wonder what it could be. It could be clove. It absolutely could be clove, actually. There's nothing saying it's not, aside from, oh, well, okay. Is it SpongeBob's favorite theme park? Are we going to Glove World? We're going to Glove World! Yay! I'm so happy to go to Glove World. I'm so happy to needlessly throw shade at pro wrestlers for no particular reason. I'm sorry, hypothetical pro wrestlers named Melina Mega. Oh, the Rock Bottom episode of the Glove World. Glove World is the framing device for the Rock Bottom episode. It's mostly about SpongeBob and Patrick trying to get a bus. But, it's a good episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. There are many good episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. This, I hope, has been a good episode of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Or at the very least, an episode of Good Morning Mini Motorways. You can certainly say that. Thank you all very much for watching. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition of this wacky, wild nonsense program we all love? I hope so. Bye.